Out of all her questions, this might be the one I have the most trouble grasping. Why? It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
ここで習った知識や技術はあなたの人生において一度も使われないこともあるのよね。そういうのって無駄じゃないの？
まあ確かに多くは無駄になるかもな。数学を習ってはいるけど専門職に就かないのならそこまで活用はできないだろうし、生きていく上で使うのは算数までのレベルでいいし、国の歴史や英語を習ったところでそれをこの先使うかどうかはわからない。ハルクエイドの言う通り、ここで過ごす時間の大半は人生にとって余分なものだよ。
History is probably the most important one, to be fair. Because it has been shown time and again that those who do not understand history are doomed to repeat it.
Fair, but as far as basic survival goes, it's not like you need to know history to feed himself or anything.
Why not? Basic farming practices are part of history, so like...
hard to say.
なんだ、ちゃんと気づいてたんだ。なら、どうしてそんな無駄なことをするの？
Every teenager at some point wonders why they're still in school.
Because I'm not old enough to tell them to go fuck themselves yet.
Well, you see, I stood up to Akihiro once,
そんな
and
こ
it
とを
didn't
して
go
いる
well.
暇なんてないはずなのに。
暇はないってまあはっきりとした目的が今はないからね。それまではこうやって無駄に生きているわけだけど。
Said every high school student ever.
Yeah.
信じられないな。無駄だと分かっていながら、それを日々の糧にしているなんて。
Daily routines are unbelievably comforting for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just knowing what you're gonna have to do every day, you know?
信じられない。
It's a certain kind of predictability. Very easy for people to get stuck in a rut like that.
Ark's voice turns into a mutter. I don't quite understand why it's affecting her this much. All I can do is try to find a reply to her soliloquy.
Well, she's thinking about herself, I think.
日々の稼
Trying to figure out why he's doing something she would never do.
確かにそうかもしれない、
Hmm.
けどさ、無駄ってそんなに悪いことかな。いいじゃないか、余分なことって。ここで習ったことがここでしか使われなくっても、それはそれで日々の名残になるだろう。いつか年を取ってああそんなこともあったなって苦笑しながら思い出せる出来事なら、それはそれで意味があるよ。
And if I can't, well, I'll have Alzheimer's and I won't remember that I was depressed in the first place.
その思い出自体が無駄なことなのに、それを楽しく思い出せるっていうの？
Especially if it's completely pointless.
ああ、そのあたりは大丈夫。自分にとって都合の悪いものは思い出せないようにできてるんだよ、人間って。人生は無駄なことだらけだし、突き詰めて考えると生きてること自体が無駄じゃないか。その反対で無駄なことをするために人間は生きてるのかもしれない。だから俺はあんまり深刻にはならない。全ては無意味なことなんだって気づかないよう、ごまかしごまかしやっていくのが当たり前の生き方なんだと思うよ。
One way
無
to
駄だ
look
と
at it.
認めた上でそれをこなすんだ。
Well,
私は無駄なことはできない。今までだって必要なこと以外はやってこなかったから。
何言ってるんだ。それなら今日一日のことなんて無駄だらけじゃないか。
well, maybe she had a reason.
アルクエイドの目的は吸血鬼を見つけることだろう。なら俺と街を歩く必要なんてないし。
そうよね。それが私にもよくわからなくて。
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know why.
無駄しかないような式に質問してみたんだけど、余計わからなくなっちゃった。
Rude.
はいはい、悪うございました。どうせ俺は 無駄しかない人間だよ。自分でも自分のいていい理由が証明できないしね。
あ、ごめんね。シキの言いたいことはわかるんだ。人間という種は価値基準を個人ではなく全体で持っている。だからこの間違いも全体が正しければ許してもらえる。あなたたちは最後に種が終わりを迎える瞬間にたった一つの答えを生み出すために反映できる。けど私たちは個体だから自身の間違いは決して許されない。自分以外の意志を決して自身に反映させてはいけない。だから余分なことはしちゃいけないんだなってずっと教えられてきた。
Who taught you these things, by the way?
Yeah, let's see if we get into that a little.
Ever so softly, Ark strings the words together like she's confessing to
で
something.
もわからなくなっちゃった。たった少し、たったの7日間だけなのに私は正しいのかなって。だってすごく楽しいんだもの。こうしてるのが、生きているっていうのがただそれだけで嬉しいなんて今まで考えたこともなかった。私壊れちゃったのかな。今までこんなに長く起きていたことがないから、本当はもうとっくに眠ってしまっていて、自分勝手な夢を見てしまっているだけなのかな。
I'm at a loss for words. There's no way I could even start to comprehend what things are like for her.
Yeah, not at that time scale.
I don't have a clue what she's going through. All I know is that I hate seeing her like this.
壊れてるって何が？お前は普通に見えるけど。
外見はそうだろうけど中身が違っちゃってるんだ。楽しいとか辛いとかそんな余分な感情が今はとても大きくなってる。以前は無視できたものが無視できなくなっているなら、
I don't
それは壊れてるということでしょ。
think so.
Maybe he killed your apathy
Yeah.
when he killed you the first time. He just forgot to make your apathy again.
それにね、私は普通じゃないよ。
I guess dying and coming back to life helped you out somehow.
吸血鬼なんだから。
You figured out what mortality was, and now you're a little more like humans. Kind of worked for Bayo, too.
Loneliness is etched into her face, but she almost appears to be smiling. She looks fragile, like she might fade away into the sunset. Something's off here. None of this is right. Ark, bathed in the sunset's amber glow, is looking more frail than I've ever seen her. How can such a thing be real?
らしくないな。
This isn't how she's supposed to be. You're a vampire, goddammit! Don't you go looking all vulnerable and sweet like a normal girl?
無視できないとか無駄なことをしているとか気にするな。自分のことなんて真剣に考えてもいいことないぞ。何を迷ってるか知らないけど、お前はそのままでいいんだ。だって誰にも迷惑なんてかけてないんだから。
そうかな。私、シキによく怒鳴られるけど、あれは違うの？
バカ、俺は例外。俺にはお前を殺した罪があるんだから、お前に引っ張り回されるのは自業自得なんだよ。だからいいんだ。俺は好きでやってるんだから、俺にかける迷惑なんて考えないでくれ。
My words did little to alleviate the darkness in her eyes. I can't stand seeing her like this. She looks so defeated. I just want to pull her into my arms and hold her tight.
頼むからもっとシャンとしてくれ、アルクエイド。そりゃあお前はわがままだったり自由すぎたり手を焼かされるけどそれ以外の部分はまともだよ。
Oh.
壊れてなんかいないし、普通の女の子と変わらない。 だからいつもみたいに笑ってくれ。お前にそんな顔をされるとこっちの気持ちが悪くなる。
ひどい言いようね。私そんなにわがままかな。
She mutters as she gives me a sideways glance. Damn it, I let my guard down. And wait, did the little princess really not realize how selfish she can be?
バカ、何言ってるんだお前。ハルクエイドからわがままって単語を取ったらもう骨しか残らないぞ、骨しか。
I only managed to poke a little fun at her. Or only meant to poke a little fun at her, but I wind up laughing way too hard at my dumb joke. It's just that I never dreamed I'd see her looking this bashful. Oops, she's mad.
シキのバカ、人が真剣に相談してるっていうのに何よこの白状者。
そりゃそうだよ。俺はお前以外には優しいって言ったじゃないか。白状なのは今に始まったことじゃないし。
Man, it is true though, and I can't help but snort in agreement. This is a better look for her. Pure and honest, none of that doom and gloom that plagued her earlier.
やっぱりお前は元気な方がいい。俺もなんだかほっとした。
なんでシキがホッとするの？
Because he likes that more animated you, obviously.
You know, that just straight on like that?
Yeah.
Very Artoria.
Yeah.
私に対しては白状なんでしょ？あなたって。
いや、まあそれはそうなんだけど。
I can deal with her dragging me around and being a general pain in my ass. But what I can't handle is seeing her so depressed.
Huh?
Whoa there. That's a dangerous train of thought to follow. She's pretty, she's a good person. I'm certainly not bored whenever we're together. But that's as far as this goes. I can't allow myself to develop feelings beyond that threshold.
Ah.
Get a hold of yourself, Shiki. Doesn't matter how cute she looks, she's still a vampire.
もうはっきりしない人ね。自分で自分のこともわからないの？
さっきまで弱音吐いていた吸血鬼に言われたくない。
Huh.
いいんだ、俺は自分がわからなくて。おかしいって自覚はしてるし。いつも記憶が曖昧で貧血ばっかり起こしてるんだぞ。
そっか、だからシキはいつもぼーっとしてるんだ。
Ark nods wholeheartedly as if she's finally figured something out.
Did she not know he was anemic?
She accepts my makeshift excuse so readily that before I can even be mad, I find myself pondering if what she said could be true. For one, Akiha does complain about me spacing out on a regular basis. I must look pretty unreliable from an outsider's point of view.
さて。
We can't stay in the classroom forever. It's time we headed back outside. Even if there's no one around now, we shouldn't tempt fate in case one of the teachers comes back.
ほら、そろそろ
Like
出るぞ。
Noelle, for instance.
もう用事はないんだ。
Yeah, let's try to avoid that.
うん、用事はないんだけど。シキ？
Uh-huh.
Oh?
Yeah, I say with a glance. There's a moment of hesitation before she confronts me with her strangest question so far.
シキには楽しいことってあるの？
I've never
今
met
日は
Joy.
熱でもあるのですか、お姫様。
茶化さないで。私、少しはあなたの体のことを知っているわ。シキだって分かっているんでしょ？ 自分の体がいつ死んでもおかしくないってことぐらい。
Thanks. That's reassuring. You know, there was this time that I went to school, got home, fell on Kohaku, or fell on Hisui, and then died in a hallway for no reason.
Yeah.
My jaw clenches tight at the sudden shift. A stinging sensation. My old scar feels like it's tightening.
まあそりゃ人間はいつか死ぬ。
あなたの場合人より早いでしょうけどね。
Her eyes are dead serious. But it's not like I'm the only one that could die easily. I've seen the lines of death that cover this world. Everybody's covered in vulnerabilities. Spots that could render them dead in an instant.
どうしてかしらね。あなたを見ていると時々わけもなく怖くなる。そんな不安定な命で楽しいと思える時があるの、シキ。
She's asking me if I enjoy my life? This girl really is so
本当にバカだなお前は。
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
そんなの俺にわかるはずがないじゃないか。
I couldn't possibly know whether my life is fun. A model sense of justice, a moral code deemed proper by society, sense of humanity that prizes peace. And those were all gifted to me by Master. Doesn't sound like Aoko at all.
No.
And they've been useful and integral in getting me through life so far. At my core, I'm less than human. From the beginning, I've never really grasped these sorts of vague ideas. But there is one thing I can say with certainty. For a little while after I nearly died, probably while I was still undergoing surgery in the operating room, I think I found myself in total blackness. It was probably a dream, if anything, but at the time I knew I was dead. I knew the dark place around me was death itself. By some miracle, I was revived, and then I got to meet Master and even regain some semblance of an ordinary life. For that, I'll be forever grateful. There's something I didn't realize until after I died. This world we live in is so peaceful and so very beautiful, even if my eyes try to deny it. I don't know whether I enjoy this life. I don't think I'll ever be able to say. As long as I have these eyes, death will be an ever-present stain. But even so, life is beautiful. Even if many people never find happiness. My past self knew that to be human means to derive joy simply from living. Feels so long ago now, but I'm sure that before the accident, I lived life to the fullest. So I can keep going, even after I've been shown that everything's pointless. I'm no longer the same person as before. It's hard to buy that my values and morals are even sincere. For Shiki Tono, the idea of joy died a long time ago. If you were to ask me whether I'm enjoying my life, I'd probably say yes, unless presented with something irrefutably to the contrary. No matter how terrible things get, I'm satisfied simply knowing that I'm alive. I don't need anyone to tell me this. Humans really do find meaning just in living their lives.
たださ、
Surprisingly deep.
生きてるだけで楽しいんじゃないかな。今までが楽しかったからこれからもやっていこうって気になるんだ。きっとそうに違いない。まあお前の質問に答えるとしたらこんなところか。
Despite my confident demeanor, I actually feel pretty embarrassed putting it out in the open. After all, I've only got 17 years of life experience. If there's some kind of objective answer to a question like this, I'm not the one to ask. But when I look at the woman in front of me...
そっか、それがシキの心なんだ。そうしているだけで楽しいか。そうよね。余分なことだって分かっていても楽しいのなら切り捨てることはできないもの。私はそれが怖くてつまらないことを聞いたけど、今はそれが答えでいいかな。
With the sweetest of smiles, she embraces my immaturity.
なんだよ、さっきのことまだ引きずってたのか。
そうだけど、 とりあえずわだかまりは消えてくれたわ。だからこの町に救っている吸血鬼を倒すまでは迷わない。それまでシキと一緒に戦うよ。
Ark nods confidently, flashing that smile of hers again. Till we fight and defeat this vampire, huh?
そうだったな。俺とお前ってそういう関係だったっけ？
Yeah, for now.
Today was an outlier. It made me completely forget that what we have is nothing like this.
なあ、アルクエイド。全部終わった後、吸血鬼を倒し終わったらさ、別れる前にもう一度だけこうして遊ばないか？
それどういうこと？
アルクエイドの目的が済んだら、もう一度ぐらい無駄なことをしようって言ったんだよ。結局俺とお前は協力し合っているから一緒にいるだけだろ。だから本当に何の義務もなくなった後、何の意味もなく会えたら
Yeah, that's
どう
an
なるか
interesting
なって。
idea.
そ
No.
Though that's not my true motive. What I really want is for us to hang out as normal friends. Then Ark could spend a day having fun, making normal memories, not thinking about vampires. I think she'd enjoy that. Shiki reflected
Yeah.
in the glass.
お前が忙しいって言うんなら別にいいけど。
Yeah, you know, unless you have to run and fight another vampire, I guess.
My mouth spouts the opposite of what my heart yearns to say. Ark's eyes briefly widen in shock.
Oh, alright.
全部終わったらまたここに来ようね、シキ。何の意味もないけど、それはきっとすごく楽しいよ。
With a bounce in her step and a brilliant smile, she turns my suggestion into a promise. Here, in this classroom, dyed in sunset, the image of her, awash in hues outside of time, will leave a lasting memory for the rest of my days. Well, how sweet.
Aw.
Anyway, nighttime.
Okay. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Afterwards, she forced me to take her to the broadcasting room, the art room, and so on. And by the time we finish, the sun is down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait a minute. You mean after that moment, I still have to take you on a tour?
Evidently.
God.
Fun.
But that means they killed enough time that it's dark.
It is dark.
Which means it's vampire o'clock.
Yeah.
How are we gonna die today?
2 different ways, apparently.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. There's
That's good.
still 2 more deaths left today, and they're the last 2 on the route.
Alright.
And then we've got 2 days of literally no deaths.
Which, yeah, that'll be interesting.
So,
Yeah.
this is presumably the night that all of the super duper bad shit goes down.
Yeah, I guess. Then clean up and maybe a final showdown or something?
Or maybe another day of just, like, date.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I look forward to see how we somehow kill ourselves next time.
Possibly twice.
Yeah. But until then, we'll catch you later.